So I got sent this YouTube video. It's from Paul Thorpe's channel. Hope you don't mind me using the footage. Go over to his channel if you don't watch his channel. Subscribe, because he does a lot of good work about raising awareness of all sorts of things. And like myself, I consider him to be sort of centre right. I used to be left, and I think he used to be. But now, despite fighting for equality all our lives and fighting against racism, we're now just to the right of Hitler, according to a lot of nutcases on the net. So anyway, get over and see his channel. I've used some of his footage because I couldn't find this footage anywhere else that someone had told me about. And yeah, let's have a look. Matt AllWright used to be on the BBC. He used to do a consumer protection program until it was found out that the guy who used to ride him around was a criminal of some sort. Anyway, he seems to have gone on to greater things on Channel 5, and he seems to be a patronising prick nowadays. Basically, if you look at this call, a young woman phones up, obviously scared of undocumented men in her area, and yeah, he's pretty dismissive. I'd love to put him in a room with some of the parents of the victims of some of these men and see if they allowed him to be quite as dismissive as he is with this poor young woman who he tries to make look stupid. But ironically, it backfires. There's only one simpleton in this clip.
A load of women and young girls are walking around, even in the day, with alarms. They've taken self-defence classes, and they are just genuinely worried.
Why?
The Walsall murder happened in 2024, sentenced in 2026. Deng Choi Majek, a Sudanese asylum seeker, jailed for life, minimum 29 years, for stabbing hotel worker Rhiannon Wyatt to death in Walsall, leaving behind her 6-year-old child to grow up without a mother. There you go, Matthew AllWright. There's the first one for you.
And they are just genuinely worried.
Why?
Warwickshire child rape case 2025. Ahmad Mulakil, 23, and Muhammad Kabir, 24, Afghan asylum seekers on trial charged with strangling, abducting, sexually assaulting and raping a 12-year-old girl. Mukali has pleaded guilty to 1 count and the trial's ongoing. There you go, Matthew AllWright. It's actually Matt AllWright. I called him AllWright, but to be honest with you, I think he's such an imbecile, such an idiot. I don't really care what his name is. It's another reason why local women are probably scared and don't deserve to be patronised by a patronising prick.
And they are just genuinely worried.
Why?
Staffordshire rape, sentence 2026. Mehmet Ogar, a Kurdish asylum seeker, was jailed for 7 years for raping an 18-year-old woman in Staffordshire. There you go, Matthew AllWright. Another reason why local women are probably scared when undocumented men are put in their area. Undocumented men with a different view on women are put into their area.
And they are just genuinely worried.
Why?
Shiraz Malik, 28, described status as asylum seeker, was found guilty of 2 counts of rape of a woman in a park in Sutton in Ashfield. There you go, Matthew AllWright. Another reason why perhaps the woman that you were so patronising to, the young mother who phoned into your station, perhaps another reason, not rumours, these are convictions, another reason why her and women like her are scared when undocumented men with a different ethos on, shall we say, womanhood are put in the area and allowed to walk around free as birds and do what they want. There you go, Matthew and AllWright. Another reason.
Because there's been quite a few rumours that a few of the migrants have already escaped.
So
and they're heading towards Upfield.
There are rumours. I mean, I'm not aware that there's anything to escape from. They have free passage, don't they? They're not kept captive there.
You make a great point, Matthew. Yeah, they enter the country illegally without documentation. many of whom are proven to be criminals in their own countries, many of whom are on an MI5 watch list, but they're free to come and go. They shouldn't be. They should be in secure units while their asylum claims are being heard. And if they had been in secure units, think of all those girls who you obviously don't care about, who wouldn't have been raped. Think about those girls who've had their lives changed. And think about Rhiannon White, whose 6-year-old son wouldn't be growing up without a mother. Yeah, good point, Matthew. Good point.
I mean, that was the case.
No, so they're not kept captive, but obviously all of the residents in Crowborough are just so worried about them possibly coming nearer to the town and harming all the women.
Why would that be the case, Lucy?
Epping sexual assault case, the one that caused all the problems with the hotels. Hadush Gerbialassi Kabatu, an Ethiopian asylum seeker, was jailed for sexual assaults, including a 14-year-old girl and a woman, sparked the protests. There you go, Matthew AllWright. Another reason why these people, why these young ladies and mothers and grandmothers are probably scared. When undocumented men, we don't know who they are, we don't know what their criminal history is, come into the area. You're starting to follow the clues, Matthew. Even someone as brainless as you could maybe work this one out.
I mean, do you have men in Crowborough? You have men in Crowborough already. What's different about these men?
That'll be because they're from different cultures and different countries where women aren't respected and are used as lumps of meat, Matt. Do a little bit of research. Even you, with your IQ, must be able to Google. And of course, the men in Crowborough are likely to have driving licences, passports, identification. If they commit crimes before, they'll be known to the police. They'll be on the sex offenders register. When I was in the police, we used to go to that first if there'd been a sex crime. These are the differences, Matthew. Whereas undocumented men, we don't know where they come from. We don't know who they are. We don't know what their background is. Might be a lot for your brain to take in, Matthew. But there's the big difference between Crowborough men and undocumented men who are being bussed or shipped in.
Just other people that have said, obviously, that they're dangerous, they're not. I don't know, it's just all the other rumours that have gone around all the other towns. I think it's just scaring all the women and their men for their wives.
I mean, with respect, though, Lucy, those rumours, you can choose to believe them or not.
So as an ex-police officer myself, I think I can say that if there were undocumented white men walking around the place and we didn't know where they were from, that would be a cause for concern for both the police, the local community, and if these white invaders, they're Vikings, if they liked a bit of rape and pillaging and didn't see anything wrong with it, and in their culture child marriage, for instance, was accepted, I think that would be a concern, Matthew. What do you think? Or are you just going to carry on being patronising to people with genuine worries? I'm guessing it's the last.
Have there been any recorded incidences of violence?
Have there been any I mean, this is beyond insanity.
Or aggression or sexual misconduct or anything like that reported?
I mean, not.
Woman raped on Brighton Beach in 2025. 3 men, Abdullah Ahmadi, Karin Al-Danasurf and Ibrahim Al-Shavev, asylum seekers, were charged with 2 counts of rape after an alleged attack on a woman on Brighton Beach. There you go, Matthew. It's another case that probably scares the local women. I've been down to Dover and spoken to local women, seen them actually approached by young, shall we say, Asian-looking men in cars with broken English, shouting abuse at them. Maybe that scares them, Matthew. Not that you'd probably cotton on that could be scary.
They've only been there a few days, so there's still time.
So, why are Channel 5, Matthew AllWright, BBC, Channel 4, why are they so complicit in covering up what is obviously a problem? Why are they trying to gaslight the British public? Well, I think there's a few reasons. I think they're being told what to say and when to say it. Probably their executives are anyway, and it's filtering down. And I think the government, because they are, that no one can be this inept. No one can be this stupid, this blind not to protect borders for the reasons I've given. They've got to be complicit. They have got to be complicit. And all these channels are their propaganda arms. I don't think Matthew AllWright can be as thick as he actually looks. Well, he might be. My brain hurts. Because think of other things throughout history that he would have asked. Imagine when Peter Sutcliffe was running round Yorkshire hitting prostitutes with a hammer and women were scared. Would AllWright have said, well, but there's no evidence of hammer attacks on your actual street now, is there? Can you imagine when Brady and Hindley were snatching kids and torturing them? Well, there's not actually been any child snatched near you, though, has there? Imagine if it was in the States when Ted Bundy was about. Has anyone actually been killed in your car, in your dormitory? Well, there's nothing to worry about then. Absolute shite for brains. So I don't believe he's that stupid. So it's actually enabling. It's actually supportive of letting women in these local areas become victims. I blame people like AllWright. I blame companies like Channel 5. And do I blame the migrants? No. They're either coming for economic reasons. They're not escaping war from France, are they? Very few of them. They reckon 20% actually come from anywhere where there's a war zone, and they've left their wife and kids there. Go figure. And no one's saying all these migrants commit crime. They don't. The vast majority haven't committed a criminal offence. But that doesn't mean to say that if they've got no documents, no ID, can't prove where they come from, they've lobbed their documents in the sea. That doesn't mean to say they should be coming backwards and forwards, does it? Walking through towns, walking near schools. Because if, as some sources say, 1 in every 100 is a criminal, I think that's too much of a risk near anyone's kids. And it's certainly a reason why people like Matt, AllWright's caller, was worried. That's just human nature. That's not right wing. That's not far right. That's just human nature. That's a mother looking after her child. And even in 2026, I think that's still natural. I think the government are doing this to create civil unrest, to create a civil war, to use the migrants as their pawns. Because no government would allow what they're allowing, and also rub the British people's noses in. The British people of all colours and creeds, the legal migrants that have come here and pay taxes, their noses are being rubbed in it. Any victim of a sex crime perpetrated by these undocumented men should blame the government as well as the propaganda arms. This government wants civil war so they can usher in curfews, 15-minute cities, digital ID, everything they've wanted to do. That's my thoughts on it. That's the only thing I can think of, unless they are absolutely useless and shouldn't be anywhere near government. Which one do you think it is? Anyway, AllWright should be ashamed of himself. Channel 5 should be ashamed of themselves. And in the week when we've had the sentences of Rihanna White, I just say rest in peace. And there are people that will still keep fighting the government and these propaganda arms for the memories of people like you, Rhiannon. Please let me know what you think, and please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Many thanks, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Say it softly, say it slowly, say it till it sounds like truth. If you're scared, you're just hysterical. If you ask, you're just confused. They laugh at you for noticing. They tell you it's absurd. That repeated to change your thinking, just repeat it till you smile. Right says you're alright, fine says you'll be fine. Tell a lie often enough, told a government lie. They don't care about your fear, your rape or even death. Psychopaths, the lot of them, of conscience, their Say it often, say it straight. Fear is foolish, trust this state.